Today on Combustion Chamber, we're here with the Exclusive family, an entire family that is into the JDM culture hardcore. Let's get after it. Welcome back to Combustion Chamber. On today's episode, we have the Exclusive family here with 2 G35s and 1 awesome Supra. But before we get to these cool cars, I want to give a shout out to our feature fan, Alex from the Exclusive family. I know you're not on the road yet, my man, but you will be soon, and I want to thank you for supporting the show as well as your family. Now let's go check out these awesome cars. I want to thank all of y'all for being on the show today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
So my first question is for you. How did you get into cars, and how did you get your family into cars?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I was exposed to cars. My uncle was a mechanic. My dad always had cars. My older brother had cars. And yeah, I guess it just grew in me. I was a teenager. I watched cars. I watched all the movies with the cars and been a fan ever since of cars. I've just been into building cars, working on cars, just experimenting with things, taking things apart, put it back together, just to learn how things work.
And now you've got your whole family into cars. What's that like? When you go to a meet, it's the whole family.
It's a feeling that I can't explain sometimes, where just watching your kids pull into somewhere and you get to enjoy the exact same passion that you enjoy as a kid. Now you give them the opportunity to do it and they're interested in doing it. It's not something that you have to force them to do. They actually willingly want to do it. So it's a great feeling.
That's very, very cool. Now I want to ask all of y'all, any one of you can answer this one. What got y'all into imports as opposed to, say, hot rods or exotics?
I mean, I guess that's the cars my dad was messing with. Since we were little, he would always be around imports, so that's like what we grew into. You know, the kind of cars he likes is what we would like, because that's what we're around.
And now we have your Supra here today. Tell us a little bit about this car.
Ever since I was little, there was this game called Need for Speed Underground, and ever since I saw it on that game, I absolutely loved it, and I always wanted one of them. And then I'm proud to say that my parents got it for me on my 16th birthday. It truly is a blessing. Driving that car, you could feel the power. Literally, right when you step the gas pedal, it pushes you back. It's amazing.
And how long do you plan on keeping this car?
Forever.
And your G35, tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, it was actually like one of the first stick shift cars my dad got. So when he first got it, he parked it in the garage, and I was like, yo, what is this, Dad? And I didn't know what the stick shift was. So then eventually I learned what it was, and I learned to drive on it, you know, learned to drive stick. And then eventually I decided to build it and make that my car.
With the G35, what kind of work have you all put into that?
We blew the motor 5 times. So I learned to rebuild the motor on it. We did a lot of like the wire tuck, we did the full trunk setup, all the polishing in the engine bay we did on our own, the airbag install. Basically everything on the car besides the tires was done by us.
What's it like to drive the G35?
It's fun, you know, because it's really loud inside. So you see a lot of people breaking their necks from how loud the car is and stuff like that. That's the part I enjoy.
What was it like to teach both your son and daughter how to modify cars?
It was actually an honor. Just watching them get into things, letting them take things apart, especially that I can stand back and watch them do it. They'll see me do it after so many years, and I just stand back and let them do it. If they goof up on it, if they mess up, I'm there to correct on it. Both of them, this is their first cars. This is the first cars, that's why they want to stick with it, and they said they're going to put all their money into it, they're going to hold it until their adult age, and it's not something that they really want to get rid of.
Awesome. Well, why don't we get your kids' cars on the road?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what kind of reactions do you get when you take this out to a car show?
The crowd goes crazy when they see me pull up. It's insane, but I love it so much.
Usually people look at the stance first thing. They're like, oh, that stance is crazy because of the way the wheel sits in the fender, the lip of the wheel. Yeah, that's the first thing people notice off the bat. And then they notice how like clean the paint is and stuff.
Well, you're what I call a car show unicorn. There's not a lot of ladies driving their own cars. What kind of reaction do you get from that?
They're usually shocked. I usually hear people saying, like, it's a woman? It's a girl driving? Oh my God, you know? They all go crazy.
What's it like to be part of an entire family that's into cars?
It is honestly the biggest blessing I've ever received. It's awesome to say that that's my brother, that's my father, that's my cousin. It's a great feeling to have inside.
It's really nice because people don't just notice one car, they notice all of them. And they really like the family vibe that they get from us.
I could usually hit it to like 135.
Theoretically going 130. You do that when you're in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Never in this state.
Nope.
Never in this state. When you're in Mexico, what are some of your favorite aspects about this car?
For me, it's like the details that we put into it, like the really small things you wouldn't notice right off the bat. You know what I mean? And then the hard work behind it, because we didn't go to any shops to have any work done to it. We did everything on it ourselves, besides the tires.
Some of my favorite things about the car are mainly the turbos, because of the whistle and the sound, and it just sounds amazing.
We had this car since I was 12, you know what I mean? And we used to like do donuts and do like crazy stuff with it, just rag on it, period. And then eventually I decided to like build it into a show car. So I guess where it came from then to now, it's like crazy in the past, what, 6 years?
Hanging out with this family today and getting to drive these cars was a lot of fun. And the best thing about today was seeing an entire family into the car culture, no matter what it might be, JDM, lowriders, muscle, whatever. It's great to see that. And I'm glad to see parents getting their kids into making something, creating something, as opposed to just buying something. So I want to thank our guests for coming out here today. Are you a JDM owner and in that JDM lifestyle? Let us know in the comment section below. I'd also love to know what you think about these cars behind me here. And if you like this episode, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button with bell icon for instant notifications when we go live with new episodes such as this. If you want to support us, we're also on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We had some great import action on the show today. And if you're into that import lifestyle, check out the episodes we have right here. We've had some rare and exclusive episodes on our show. And I want to thank each and every one of you once again for supporting our show. Without fans like you, we don't have a show. So thank you.